strömma.
Alright, it's 45 now, so.
Okay, good. I'm gonna send it
Just
now.
tell me when you've hit it. Yeah,
I'm gonna send the link, okay?
Good.
Send now. Link. Just give me a second. Yeah, link. No, that's the wrong link. Frick. Link. Where's the link? How do I access the link? Hello.
Sweet.
Edit. YouTube. What the frick? How can I go to my stream? Your video. Here. So
Olaf, ask questions.
Here.
Everyone else,
So
actually. Olaf, ask questions. Everyone else,
So
actually. Olaf, ask.
Yo. Okay. We're live.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, I got the thing unmuted. Yeah. Okay, now we're ready.
All right, cool.
Magnifique.
Yeah, welcome to the Enlightened Studios podcast number 2.
Yep, it's happening.
Yeah.
You guys went absolutely mental with the questions. We've selected a couple to come through, so we'll just go around answering those now.
The first one is
let's.
how are the
hey,
classes
hey.
gonna work?
All right. So
Archie?
Oh, we giving this one to Archie?
Yeah. Archie, go ahead.
Nah, RoboFries, this is your forte.
Yeah.
All right then.
Okay.
So what the current plan for classes are, and we actually did a poll about this not too long ago, where we decided let the community decide. The current system is we're gonna have like 4 classes. This is for arcade. Realism, we still have no fucking idea what we're doing, but for arcade, the general idea is going to be 4 different classes. You're going to have your engineer, or I think what's now assault, your medics, your supports, and your recon. All of them have their own weapon loadouts. All of them have their own gadgets. It's little Battlefield influence. But
Okay.
that's what we have planned.
Okay.
Next
Sounds
question.
good. Next question is how many maps are planned for the game?
Hey,
Archie, you
Archie,
can
you
take
have
this one.
So we have quite a lot of maps planned for the game. The way it's going to work is maps will be sectioned off into different fronts. So we'll be covering almost every front that was fought during World War II, and each front will have at least 4 maps. So for the alpha release of the game, we'll be focusing on the Western Front, which will be Britain versus Germany. So you'll be fighting in places like D-Day, Norway, Falaise, a bunch of amazing places that you can just go and have a look around. We'll be focusing on things like Africa, Russia, and the Pacific Front as well. So you can hope to see some good maps there.
Sounds cool. Yeah, next question is, will there be any planes or air combat? If so, will this affect the gameplay? And how? Yeah.
At the moment, we're still very up in the air about planes. The current consensus is that we likely won't have them be player controlled. You could call in airstrikes instead, but we still aren't 100% sure on how planes will function.
Yeah, we will decide that later on. Yeah, next question is, do you want to add something to that?
There is a possibility that the aircraft could be a Day of Infamy style, where it's
Ethics is
something
joining
along
us.
the lines of called in by a squad leader, or called in via access to a radio or something like that. So yeah.
Yeah, okay, next question is, will there be some sort of wallbang penetration system in the game? And yes, there is already. And yeah, that's the answer to that question. And we're planning to keeping it.
Hey,
There is also,
hey,
if I can just add,
Yeah.
a lot of people won't notice this, but there is in fact ricochets too.
Yeah, there is. We recently made it more obvious. They used to be very rare. Yep. Next question
Olaf,
is.
I think you need to resize the titles a little bit because ethics exist in a negative space between me and Moose.
Yeah, I noticed
He has
that.
no name.
It's gonna be a little painfully to fix. So I'm just gonna keep it
No
like
name.
this. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. Next question is, how many devs are working on the game? And Archie, you can take this one since you're the coordinator.
We've got quite a few devs working on the game. So you've obviously got Kobe, and then you've got
Kobe's the main programmer, the only programmer.
myself, and then there are, I think, 6 of us. Some of us are more active as developers than others, and some of us are more in the reserve. But we all chip in and we all work on the game together, and it's good. Yeah, we're really close.
Yeah.
So we have a good bond.
We're a friends gang. Yeah. Next question is, how will United States? We'll have
Alright,
United
so-
States in game. Yeah, I can
Alright,
read.
so we are planning to have the United States in the game, but it's going to be a while. They're at this current rate, they're probably going to be one of the last factions that get added because first we want to focus on Italy, we want to focus on Russia, we want to focus on the UK and Japan fighting, around that area. But we will add the US.
Yeah. Okay, next question is this one out of the frame? Yeah, okay, it is a little.
Nice cropping, Olaf. It doesn't even fit on the screen.
Here. Okay. On a scale from 1 to 10, are you aiming to release to realism or fun? 1 being fun, 10 being realism.
I think we're sitting currently at a nice 6.5 or 7. We've got quite a nice blend of realism and arcade. And we're just trying to keep it accessible for the entire player base, but also being able to fit for both types of communities. Those who are looking to have just a fast-paced, fun environment, and those who are looking for that more tactical realism vibe. Yeah.
Yes.
So we
Next
will have a
question.
realism mode in the future. Don't worry.
Yeah. Next question is, do you need a good PC to run the game? And we
think you
hope
can-
no, but yeah, kinda. We're working on optimization as much as possible, but it's really
can
hard with the
probably run it with
Roblox
like
Engine.
You could
Okay.
probably run it with a mid-tier PC at the minute.
Yeah.
The way I would say it is that at its current state, you will probably need a mid-spec PC. But we are working every day on optimizing and just improving the gameplay and the optimization, obviously,
Yeah.
to make the game playable for people with any kind of PC. We're getting there. It will get there eventually.
Yeah. Okay. Next question is, when are you aiming to release the game? And
We get this question every 30 seconds. There is no set release date, especially because developing this game has been an odyssey. We have no idea what tends to come up half the time, so we don't know when it's going to be released. It's released when it's done.
yeah, there could be big delays, unpredictable ones like Kobe going to hospital and shit. It's really hard to tell. They really delayed the game by a lot. So it's really hard to say. We're sorry if it's a lot delayed, but we're working on it much.
That's why we stopped promising release dates.
Exactly.
Because we tend not to meet them.
Yeah. Next question is, are there gonna be bayonets animation?
At the current build of the game, we have knife animations, obviously, so like takedowns and stuff. But when it comes to bayonets and stuff, we will probably add them in the future. It's unsure at the moment, but it would be nice to be able to bayonet charge someone. I think, yeah, pretty satisfying.
God, the Japanese front is going to be nothing but people
yeah.
doing that and ear raping their microphones.
Yeah. I mean, if you've been around with Enlightened Studios long enough, then you'll know that we don't exactly have a good history of melee. But
yeah,
we're
exactly.
hoping to fix that.
The machetes in Shellshock were really broken. Can you guys carry on the questions? I gotta fix the stream.
How do we update the current question thing?
You can't. It's okay. You're on the. Is there going to be pay to win stuff? Wah.
Okay. So with the pay to win question, the game 99% of it is going to be free. Everything to do with gameplay, everything to do with guns, weapons, whatever you want to call it, that is all free. So we will never ever make anything that can change your gameplay experience. We will never make that paid. But most things will be accessible just by playing the game. But for some cosmetics and stuff, we are thinking about maybe making a few of them paid, and that's about it. So you could expect to be able to play 99% of the game and be able to get to that highest level without having to pay.
You will have to earn every gun through blood, sweat, and tears.
And
should we go over the currency system or?
Yeah, I mean it's probably worth it.
Yeah,
we've discussed it quite a lot, and we've came up with quite a dynamic system.
So the currency in the game will be called war bonds, and you can spend your war bonds on weapons and cosmetics. So it's pretty similar to most FPS games. However, you can only buy certain guns and stuff once you've unlocked them, once you've got to that level. So when you hit a certain level, you don't automatically get that weapon. You have to spend your war bonds on it. But yeah, that's about it. You can spend it on cosmetics and whatever. But
God, it is so off center. Jesus
Olaf.
Christ.
I'm working on it. The game
Olaf,
is easy.
please.
Sorry.
Olaf.
We're migrating across the screen.
All right, let's see what is it.
I think we've already covered the PF COD Battlefield thing with the amount of realism.
Let's see. Let's see, what is this? Oh, will vehicles be implemented? Yeah, we've been testing those a lot as of late. We've got cars are like they're functional, and tanks are in development.
So for the alpha release, we're planning on having cars and half tracks. We do have functioning tanks, like within regards to movement. And we do have some vehicles like cars and stuff. They work pretty well. Within regards to clunkiness, they're a little bit wonky right now, but we're trying our best here. Okay, so you'll be surprised. We're doing a really nice job with the vehicles. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nowhere near as bad as Shell Shock was. We promise.
Do you guys have any plans related to the medical system, such as tools, cosmetics, or changes to the downed system?
So with the Bloxy cola, as epic as that thing was, we're gonna be switching that out for bandages or like a medical pack. So you won't be able to drink your Bloxy cola, but you'll still have some pretty good stuff there.
Ah!
The down system's gonna stay pretty much the same. Maybe with a
No,
few
this is
changes
fine.
to the
This
GUI.
is fine.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it
Olaf, what
upside
are you
down again.
doing?
It was funnier.
Sorry. Okay,
Oh,
next question.
Cosmetics was mentioned there.
Zombies game mode.
Zombies game mode.
Unlikely, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how this game goes. It's really unlikely, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
In the future, all good things in time.
Will we have Japan in the game? Yes. Yes, we're having Japan.
We are
And
having
it's
Japan.
not
Please-
just going to be
please
Japan
stop.
v US. It's going to be Japan versus the UK, because that happened. Read a book.
Oh, okay.
Ethics, you can keep adding questions.
Will there be more Western Front maps besides Sword, Jesus Christ. Sword Beach, Arnhem, Namsos, and Filet?
As the development goes on, once we finish all of the fronts, we will definitely be going back and adding more maps for you guys to play on. It won't just be stuck to however many maps we have made for that front. We can always add on because there's so many battles there that we can cover. So yeah.
Also, Dawnville is not completely dead yet. One of our other devs has taken it upon himself to bring it back, so we will actually hit 5 maps for the Western Front. Probably not on release, but at minimum.
Yeah.
I had
How
a look
many
at the
guns?
Dawnville development today, and it's going really well. So
How many guns are you planning on for the release game? 36 minimum for alpha.
Yeah, if you didn't see, Ferrari posted all his guns he has made yet in announcements. So go check them out. They're
He
very
has
nice.
exactly 2 more he needs to make, and then all of the guns for alpha are done. All of them will be put in. All of them will sound really nice. That's my job.
Yeah.
All of them are going to be really nice to use. Say hype.
Next
but
question.
yeah, we have lots of guns.
Will there be camos or skins in the game for weapons?
Within reason, yes. We will have, to a certain extent, customization for your weapons. Stuff like weapon wraps, like camouflage and stuff like that. You're obviously not going to see neon guns with like gold chains hanging off them, but we're going to see some mild, toned down customization. But you can still make your guns unique to what you want them to be.
Uh,
On the topic of cosmetics, we will have player model customization in the alpha. I've taken it upon myself to make 99 customization options, which will be ready for the alpha build, and they will keep coming out with new factions and new updates to deliver that experience for you guys.
Next question.
Will we be able to jump and slide and all that? Maybe climb something like pipes? I wouldn't say that's likely.
We haven't.
Relatively undiscussed.
Yeah, it's undiscussed. We haven't really planned anything, decided
haven't-
anything at least.
We haven't been
we'll see.
thinking too close to like having full BF5 movement where you're sliding around, vaulting, stuff like that. But
I mean, we do have vaulting and mantling planned. We
That-
have vaulting in game, and mantling will be added at some point.
fair, but like the sliding and the
Not exactly going to be Titanfall, but
Yeah, if
You know.
you're
add
expecting
Titanfall movement to hedgerows too, please.
Yeah, if you're expecting something like Phantom Forces, where you just slide around the map constantly like it's an ice ring, then we're sorry to disappoint you, but we're going to do what we can do.
Yes.
What was this person in the chat? What do you mean no Japan versus US?
There will be. It's
There
just
will
in the
be.
future. So,
and we
people-
will probably have Japan versus UK as well,
yeah,
just as a
Okay, next question.
Oh my
Are
god.
there
I'm
any
gonna-
plans for destructible environment?
We have that in a limited form, but that doing full destructible environments is unbelievably laggy.
And hard.
We
Not
do
good for
have
Roblox.
terrain deformation and tree falling and fence destroying and stuff like that. So on a basic level, yes, you can destroy the environment you're fighting in, but it won't be battlefield level tearing down buildings.
We have worked really hard on more advanced destruction, but it's really hard. We'll still try and make house destruction and shit, but it's really hard. Yeah.
Is the customization for guns going to be more than just sights, like barrel attachments and stuff like that? It depends. We're not taking too many liberties. Well, the only liberties we're really taking is stuff like the NIDAR, but you're not going to be slapping screw-on suppressors onto your Thompson 1928. Attachments are going to be an interesting sort because really there won't be too many of them, but should be enough that you can tweak guns to your playstyle.
yeah, we're going to put the research in. If an attachment existed for the gun, then we'll see what we can do about adding it.
Yeah. Next question is, how many vehicles will there be on full release? Or how many do you think there should be?
Olaf, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, so there will be one German Jeep, the Kübelwagen, and then one American or British Jeep, the Willy Jeep. And then there will be a half track for each team. That's planned at least. I think that will be achieved. And there might be tanks, depending on how well they go right now. But
he's talking about alpha. Don't worry, we're gonna have tanks on the final game.
Yeah, totally. So yeah. Next question. Let me just get it. Here. So, how did developers meet to the current team we know today?
I can probably talk about this one.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the team kind of originated from two separate teams back in 2016, early 2017, I believe. It's been a long time. We had basically a merge between two studios. It was me and someone else who we had to fire, and a couple other people, and that's how we all met Kobe. And it's all just kind of been a journey since there. We've brought some new people on, we've lost some people, but overall, the people who remain today have, we've got a pretty strong bond, and it's, it's good.
Yeah, it's very nice to work here. Friends and
Yes.
all.
Not stressful at all.
No, totally.
We're not all depressed, we promise.
I don't get angry sometimes.
Okay.
Olaf hasn't
don't
removed
beat
my
me.
administrator several times for a repeated
All right,
history.
let's continue.
Yeah. Are you going to add World War II guns? Yes, add all of World War II guns. No.
No,
I
don't
mean,
promise that. I don't
no.
want to torture Ferrari more than I already do.
No, I mean,
Within
we're going to
reason,
add a
we'll
lot of
have
them.
a lot of the common guns and a lot of the experimental guns. There's no physical way for us to add every single gun because there will always be another type that we haven't added. We have tons of guns planned, like a mountain of guns planned.
Yeah.
You've just got to wait and see how we handle that, but it's looking really good so far. So
Will there be pack anti-tank guns and flak 88s that you can use against tanks? Most of those artillery guns you've probably seen in screenshots, those are not usable. They're just props.
All of them yet. But we might, depending on how the development goes and planning, we might add some actually usable
Once again,
attacks and things.
it's not relatively under discussed, but we haven't really touched on it properly. It came up in conversation.
Yeah.
For now, like all I've said, they are just props, and they will be when the game releases. But we'll see how things go.
Yeah. Next question is there going to be emotes to dance on people?
No, be
No,
quiet.
this is not
God,
Fortnite.
yes.
But
Give
if you
them
wanna do
only
that,
to
it'd be kind of
admins.
funny.
No, give them only to admins.
if you want to do that, play Shell Shock. Next question.
Talking about cosmetics, so is there going to be cosmetics about other countries like Brazil, Canada? I guess Archie, you're the cosmetics guy. You tell them.
So with things like, because we have factions, which will be the main things that you fight on, so it'll be like 2 factions per front. We will have like non-faction cosmetics and stuff like that. So it's planned, but we don't know if it'll make it into the game 100%. But stuff like French soldiers, so you might be able to have a French soldier's cosmetic and stuff like that, within reason, obviously.
Next question. Are you gonna be able to deploy your bipod? Yes, you are. Bipods will be mainly for MGs, LMGs, yeah. And they are really cool. They will reduce your recoil. However, there will still be some spread for it, so they won't be overpowered, but they're much better than when you're not stationary. I don't know if we will have them for snipers though. It's not decided yet. But they exist for MGs. Yes. Next question.
Next question. Will tanks be similar to Hell Let Loose? By that he meant more than one person in a tank. Yes, there will be a gunner, a commander, and a driver typically for medium to heavy tanks. And for light tanks, there will just be a driver and a gunner.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of similar, but the roles will be different. So you'll have like the main person in the tank who will control the movement and the gun, but then you'll have people who'll be able to control like the auxiliary machine guns that are scattered on the tanks. So you can poke out of like a hatch and man a machine gun. We're trying to keep it as realistic as possible within regards to how many people and how many machine guns, but we won't have a full-on postscriptum or Hell Let Loose style tank system where you have to have individual roles and communicate, because that's not strictly possible at the moment.
Another issue with trying to do that many roles is Roblox has no voice chat or any easy means of communication.
Yet.
So trying to coordinate an entire tank crew would be hell. And I don't really think you guys want this.
Yeah. Seems like
Genuine
not
chaos.
many people think about that. Yeah. Next question. Will we be able to turn off blood splatter? And
Short answer, yes.
Yeah.
As you've seen in Shell Shock and stuff, it's always an option, but this time around we're going for quite a dynamic set of settings, so you will be able to customize the game as you want it. If you don't want to see something or you don't want to experience a part of the game, then there's a high chance that we're going to see if we can put it in there for you.
Exactly.
Particularly blood, because not everyone likes blood, and some people really like blood.
Question. How many people will there be in a server? Do you think that the servers will be 64 players one day in the development of the game? That's a difficult question to answer because if you guys haven't been keeping up with a lot of Hedgeros 2 public testing, this game does not like having massive amounts of players in it. Like on the first day of testing, as soon as we got above 5 players, we all hit 2 frames. We later got it down to it could run, I think, what was it, 40 frames roughly? Like 40 frames with 30 people. So as time has gotten on, we've optimized the game more and more, and at the moment, roughly, we could, as of the last test, we can somewhat confidently say we could probably fit at least 40, but I don't know if 64 is going to happen.
I think 40 is a comfortable number, but 50 is the nicer one. We want to aim for 40 as a baseline, and hopefully improve up to 50 if we can. It's all down to our optimization. We're trying our best. We will probably get there eventually. It'll just take time. So if you guys are patient enough, you'll probably end up seeing that.
Yeah.
What
Sorry.
countries? Oh, you're not moving on yet.
Did I?
Will there be another test before release? I probably shouldn't be the one to answer this.
No. Yeah, there will probably be another test, at least one, a big one. We have planned a big one. But we haven't really decided anything to like written to stone. So don't expect something exactly at a specific time or something. They will just happen if they happen. Next question. This is a long
What
one.
countries, or which one are we doing?
Yeah,
Which
that one you're on right now.
Yeah.
What countries will you be choosing when doing the Italian faction? Will it be the Reggio Esercito, or will you be doing the Italian Republic, Socialist Republic, or even both? Well, which one was the? God damn it! I gotta start googling shit again.
Well, it's difficult to explain because I'm not too well versed in the Italian military right now, because I haven't gotten around to actually researching and making cosmetics for it. But when it comes to adding the Italian faction, when we get around to doing the African front, it'll be your basic Italian military, like your army and stuff. I don't exactly know like sub factions that will be in there, but you know that's just as far as we know so far.
Yeah. Next question. Will the pre-tester get something special, like be able to use the Bloxy skin for Bandage? Personally, I like this idea. I've seen it before, and I would love to have this. But I'm not promising anything. It's just something I personally like.
I mean,
I will try to.
even if that doesn't happen, I think that it would be nice to give the people who were there for the first test. I think it would be nice to give them something.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
And
that's
I think the Bloxy is a good idea for that. It's an OG thing. But yeah, don't expect it, but it might happen. Next question. Okay, will there be hit markers?
There already is kind of one. You just have to listen. It's just more of an audio cue than an actual little white cross on your screen.
Yeah.
So you'll have like a hit mark sound, like a small like bullet impact sound when you hit someone. But that's as far as it goes.
Yeah. These things might change with the hit markers. We're experimenting with it right now, so something might change. But yeah, I think it will stay like this. Decently, anyways. Somewhat.
All right.
Okay,
Will
next
there be
question.
faction-specific weapons? We've talked about this a lot, and you've probably seen me yell at people a lot when we used to have Q&A up. The answer is not in normal gameplay. In normal gameplay, you'll be able to use whatever you want, but we've also discussed having a realism mode several times where weapons will be locked. So that's likely where that will happen for people looking for faction-specific weaponry.
Yeah. Next question.
in normal play, it is my God-given right to use a G43 on the British team.
Yeah.
All right then.
Is there going to be a setting menu, sensitivity, small graphic settings, etc.?
Short
as-
answer, yes.
Yeah,
We will
like
have
Laura,
an ability to tweak things. Yeah.
like Moose said earlier, there will be a pretty advanced. Well, at this planned, we're planning so to have a pretty advanced setting menu where you can tweak the game to your liking. We're not too sure about the graphical settings. There will be some basic things like shadows and things like that, but it's really hard to do that with Roblox. With Roblox Engine, but we'll try. We'll try.
Next question.
Next question.
Will there be any weather effects, such as rain and snow? Yes. At least Kobe's trying his best to. Dynamic weather is planned.
Yeah. On maps like D-Day, we will have a rain effect, which will come up, and you'll be able to see it landing on the floor and stuff. And on maps like Namsos, we're trying our best to get snow falling, which is going to be pretty cool. So yeah.
All right, next question. What types of game modes will there be any unique? So currently, the main gameplay currently is like Conquest a la Battlefield, but D-Day is built from the ground up for its own unique game mode, which involves a lot of pushing through German lines, and then playing a smaller domination game there as you progressively push further and further.
It will be like the breakthrough game modes in Battlefield.
Yeah, it's
kinda.
gonna be hot.
I'm looking forward to those. They're
Also,
gonna
good
be
luck
nice.
getting off of the beaches.
Yeah,
I'm
you
excited
get
to see
to
how
burn
D-Day
bunkers.
plays out.
Yeah, D-Days
Right,
are
what-
most worked map, the one we have worked the most on, so I'm excited for that one. Next
Alright, the
question.
next question. Is there going to be gore and dismemberment? Unlikely, because
Roblox needs
we've
to change their
I've probably
terms.
said this a lot, but Hedgerows 2 kind of exists on a tightrope, and we need to be extremely careful over what we do. Because if we do one wrong thing, that's 2 years of development time that's just gone up in smoke.
Yeah, we really need to be careful so Roblox doesn't take us down. We're all dependent on Roblox, so if they have if they don't allow gore things, we can't have that. Also, to touch on the Xbox question we get sometimes, due to blood and things like that, we can't have hedgerows on Xbox, and the performance wouldn't be good either. So we can't be on Xbox. If anyone is wondering that. Next question.
Roblox. Can I just quickly say,
Yeah.
Roblox does a massive disservice to its console player base, and in terms of PC to console, it's quite behind. So as much as we've looked into the idea of having hedgerows on console, it's just physically impossible, and we apologize for that.
Yeah. Next question.
Will there be nighttime? Will nighttime be a thing? Yes. So for some specific maps, for example, Namsos, there will be a night and a day variant. And I believe it's happening to other maps as well, but it won't happen to every single that you'll experience, but it will happen to a good amount of them.
Yeah, so with a map like D-Day, I certainly would not plan for a night variant for that, but most other maps will definitely have a night version. Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. Will we be able to heal other players and not just ourselves? Not revive, just heal.
That's the medic class. Yes, you will be able to heal other players and not just revive them.
Yeah.
That's the short answer.
And you can revive if anyone wonders that. We made it pretty unclear in the old testings, but you can revive with the syringe. The syringe is mainly for or only for reviving right now, and the Bloxy cola was for healing yourself. Next question.
Is the game going to be free, or is it going to be paid? Hedgerows 2 will be completely free. You don't need to pay Robux or anything to play it when alpha comes out.
Yes. Uh,
We're kind people.
yeah, we're nice. Hard work, free game. Next question.
We
Are
only
there-
occasionally abuse the chat.
Are there plans for the game to be playable on console? No, as I said before, we cannot do this due to the Roblox Xbox terms of service.
We hate giving you console boys the shaft since, from what I can tell, console players are kind of what kept Hedgerows 1 alive for a while. But, yeah, HR2 is probably not going to migrate to console anytime soon.
Yep. We would
It is
need
possible for us to make a very, very lightweight version of the game.
that doesn't
to,
have any blood or
But
major violence.
we
yeah.
wouldn't be doing anything with that until way down the line.
Yeah. Next question. Will players be able to pick up guns from dead players? We haven't really decided this yet, from what I know. It's a cool feature, but I can't promise anything.
I would be in favor of it, but
Yeah, me too.
I would too.
It's cool. 50-50, I'd say, maybe.
As
Okay.
always, it's subject to change in
Well-
the future.
Yeah, exactly. Next question. Long one. Okay. On a add-on to the D-Day map, will players be spawning waves or a constant flow, just like the lots of the other games? Archie, do you want to take this one?
Sorry, what was the question? I was just looking at something
on
else.
D-Day, will players be spawned in waves or in like a just constantly respawning?
Right. Yes, we will. We have a system already built in where you can wait for the boats to come back out and pick up more men. And yeah, you won't just be able to spawn on the boat when it's landed. You'll have to wait for it to go back out and pick up more guys.
So they will come in waves, kinda. So yeah, the Sword Beach map will be cool. This question is long. And can anyone else read it? I don't want to read it. I suck at reading.
Let's see. Will you have a gameplay feature a bit like Postscript, where you constantly have to drive supplies up and down the front line to help support your team in battle and turn the tide? Probably not. Like I'm gonna I'll go out and say no. But probably not.
Yeah, that goes back to the whole trying to get people to cooperate on Roblox is the most painful thing ever. It's just we're gonna have mercy on you guys and say no.
Yeah, logistics just seems a bit too complicated for the player base. Obviously,
and
there
for
will
the
be people
game.
who would want it, but for the sake of simplicity, I don't think it would be the best idea at the current state.
Next question is, I'm gonna make it larger. How big is the map going to be? Give an example, please. And how afraid you guys should Roblox censoring your game?
I am extremely anxious about Roblox fucking Hedgerows 2 over. Like you haven't it we're kind of we're doing something really risky with HR2.
Yeah.
We've seen what's happened to a lot of other World War II games, and Roblox as a platform just hates World War II. So we're a little afraid, to
Yeah.
put it lightly.
And the size of the map, so the Sword Beach one, the D-Day, is 1 kilometer long in the length.
It's I think it's just over 900 meters
Yeah,
when you
and then
take into account the actual scale of it.
we have obviously converted that to Roblox styles, but it's just under 1 kilometer, and then it's thinner, like I don't know, 400 meters maybe. But that's our biggest map. The other maps will be smaller. The one we had.
Mapping.
Well, what do you want to say?
Oh, was it mapping? Fun fact: Namsos is a near 1-to-1 recreation of the actual area.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Anyways, you go on now.
But yeah, D-Day is our biggest map, and every other map will be a little smaller, I think. At least once for alpha. Yeah. Next question. Why the Roblox Engine? Okay, I can.
I guess
take
I
this
can
one.
answer this one, unless you want to.
Yeah, no, I'm taking it. Okay, so why the Roblox Engine? The Roblox Engine kind of sucks. Okay. But the main reason why we use it is because they got free servers, unlimited free servers, and that's a huge advantage. And yeah, it's also pretty easy to get an audience here compared to like making a Unity game, which
I mean,
is nice.
not only that, it's just a very simple to use tool.
Yeah.
Because we all kind of started off learning how to develop on Roblox. We all met on Roblox, so it just felt right to be able to do it on this platform. I think.
Oh, I just realized that I think the stream has been hearing my Discord notifications. I'm sorry about that. Yeah,
So
I turned it
unorganized.
off. Okay. Which question were we on? Why the Roblox Engine? I need to find it.
Will you be able to edit your keybinds? Yes, that is planned for alpha. Probably even the next public test, whenever we do one of those. Yeah, you're gonna be able to edit your keybinds.
I'm not sure about it with the next public test, but it's probably going to end up in the game. Yeah.
Yeah, in the release.
Keybinds fall under quality of life, and that just goes with the we're going to try and give you as many quality of life settings as possible.
Yeah, and one thing that we will definitely have is aim keybind that you can change. Because if you're playing on a trackpad, you can't aim with the right click. So we will have an option for that to be able to aim with like T or something. Yeah. Next question. We'll have more than one type of grand.
Yeah, we're gonna
Grenade.
have more than one type of grenade. Currently, we just have number 69 British impact grenades, but internally we've got steel hand grenades, smoke grenades, concussion grenades. Let me just bring this up real quick. Let's get a nice view of what all we have. We've got anti-tank grenades, incendiary bombs, concussion bombs. You're gonna have more than a few options.
Yeah, to put it simply, the ordnance that you'll have is you've got quite a lot.
Okay. Next question. Did we touch on this already? I don't know. There will be
What? That
Oh, yeah.
that's just that comes under the mini factions. Yeah.
Wait, do they know about those?
I'm not actually sure.
Do the thing. Do the thing.
But are we gonna tell them?
Do the raw.
Just go for it.
All right. Bring up the question. So there's a little thing that we've been talking about a lot internally that I've just been given the go ahead to talk about. So one thing we've been talking about is we've gotten a lot of requests to do things like Finland, France, stuff like that. And we've decided is that we're going to have a system called mini fronts. Mini fronts involve a faction like, say, the French, which aren't getting their full expansion. They'll still be playable as their own faction in certain smaller maps. Like, they aren't going to get vehicles, but they will get sets of 4 weapons unique to their faction. Which you can unlock in normal play via probably something like assignments. And these will be done for each front, maybe even multiple per front. So, will Brazil be added? That's up in the air, but mini fronts are a thing, so who knows? In the future, expect France or Finland.
Yeah. Next question.
So this next question is, how do we plan on further optimizing the game? So what we've been doing recently is just a bit of trial and error. So we've been trying our best. It's pretty, I'm not too well versed on coding and all that, but it is just trial and error at this point, just seeing what works and seeing what doesn't.
Yeah, and Kobe, our coder, has been working really hard on optimization since the tests 5 months ago, and he constantly rewrites things and makes things better. And the maps are also part of the lag issue, and we work with Kobe to try and optimize it as much as possible to add level of detail and chunk systems and things like that. Yeah, we're working on it. It's hard. Yeah, next question is, would there
To
be a
take this
support?
one.
Yeah, you can take it.
Will the support
Uh.
role be the only way to get more ammo, and how will tank resupply work? The so it's probably yes. Ideally, I'd like to be able to pick up ammo off of fallen enemies if our weapons share caliber. Like if I kill someone with an MP40 and I have a Sten, ideally I like to just be able to take his 9mm, but I don't think it's implemented yet. Maybe in the future.
It's all up in the air at the moment. There's not. We have obviously being able to pick up ammunition from somewhere. We have it planned, but it's not 100%.
Okay, yeah. Next question. Would you like to add an attachment? And do you intend to add?
Okay. This is just a good chance to talk about gun suggestions. Now we get it. There's a lot of weapons you guys want. Like we've been asked repeatedly for an FG42. The answer is the way this works is so I have gone out and compiled massive pools of weaponry from all over the world during the 30s, 20s, 40s, all over. What Ferrari does is he looks at this pool and decides what he wants to make from it. And then from there, those get added into the game, and then you guys get them eventually. So I can't say if the Ruby rules will be added or not. That's up to Ferrari.
Yeah.
Also about that attachment thing, yeah, we're having attachments.
Yeah,
Yep.
and also, please, for the love of God, stop saying, will there be an M1 Garand and stuff like that. Yes, there will be an M1 Garand.
We
That
will
should
have
be an
the-
obvious.
Yeah,
Wait
we
for
will
us
have
to
all
add
the
the
flame scopes.
Americans.
Yeah.
Okay, next question. There we go. Will there be animals, either stationary animals or moving animals outside the map that you can view? Nothing that
That's
will
a
interface with
weird
gameplay.
question, but
No, I quite like that question because there's animals in armor and stuff, which are quite
I mean,
funny. But
that would be cool.
me and the boys running around
Probably
D-Day shooting
not.
all of the cows.
I don't think we would implement animals like that. No.
Yeah, no, it's unlikely, but it's a cool suggestion.
It's an interesting suggestion. I don't think we've ever been asked that before.
No,
but
We don't
haven't.
want Peter FBI kicking down our door.
Okay,
me
next
watching
question.
PETA break down Olaf's house and kidnap him.
Will there be secret reload animations that like Battlefield had?
That's up to Kobe. He
yeah,
handles all of
so
our animation work.
yeah, so Kobe is our amazing scripter and animator, and I can say that there will probably be a lot of secret animations later on in the game.
But
Not in the
if we
alpha.
told you, they wouldn't be a secret.
Exactly. So I'm gonna, yeah, later on maybe.
All right.
Okay, next question. Will there be voice lines?
We do have voice lines already kind of planned, and some of them are recorded. So I think the answer for that is a resounding yes. We are planning on adding voice lines to the game.
We just don't know when they'll be added because voice actors are difficult to come across, especially ones that can pull off the sort of, the war thing we're going for.
Yeah, and have the right
So
accent.
it's planned, but God knows when it will be added.
I've been asked about something related to this before. People have asked about accents and localization, and I think what we've got available to us right now, I don't think localization will be possible, and that is basically countries speaking their own language. It's going to be extremely difficult to find a Russian voice actor and a Japanese voice actor and just that sort of thing. So you're going to have to just deal with English voice lines for now. But yeah.
Next question. Would there be guns way in realism mode, such as standard issue? Oh, it's not in the frame. So if I understood this question correctly, yeah, there is already. So yeah,
Oh god, EPC's fucking panicking.
huh? Okay, next question. It's really long, so if anyone else wanna read it, that's cool. I can't rescale it, so frick. Yeah, can someone read it, please? No one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, thanks.
What are your current plans for realism mode, if there are any?
Hey, Olaf,
And
you need
if
to
you do
resize
have
it.
any,
I
would there
can't scale
be
it
any
down.
estimate? Would there be any estimate as to the time frame to when it may be potentially added after the release of the game?
So realism's a thing we've discussed a few times. All that's concrete now is tightened time to kill and faction-specific weaponry. Also, probably like you won't be able to run around with janky prototypes in realism. Probably a lot more controlled than that, but we still haven't discussed realism that in detail.
Yeah.
As for
Next.
when it'll come out, probably a few months after alpha. Well, not after alpha. That's stupid. After full release.
Yeah, it's gonna be quite hard to do since it's gonna be a separate game. That's differently coded in some places. We'll see how we do there. Next question.
Will there be leaning? Ethics, you wanted to answer this one?
Yeah, sure. So the default keys for leaning is Q and E, and it's currently implemented in the game right now. And yes, it will definitely be a thing in alpha.
And if you don't like those keybinds, they would probably be swappable in the settings menu. So yeah. Can you cook a grenade?
Next question.
Yeah, next
Can you
question.
cook grenade?
Yeah, I think yeah, you can. I don't know if we removed this. You used to be able to do it. I haven't checked recently, but you will be able
You
to do
can't.
it.
You can't cook these grenades. They kind of go boom whenever they touch the ground.
Oh, you mean
But
the impact one? No,
yeah,
that
the
you
only
can't
kind
do
of
that.
grenade we have.
With the other one we had, you could cook
Wait,
that
is
one.
this steel hand grenade implemented?
Huh?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh no, that was a while ago. Okay. Next question. Campaign by the
If you're talking about
We're not going to
campaign.
talk about other dev teams, but we
Oh.
got questions about campaigns a few times. The answer is the answer is no. Campaigns are a massive undertaking, especially on Roblox, where everything lags to hell and AI is as simplistic as walk forward.
Yeah.
I have to give credit to some of the people that have made like smarter bots, but that is that is like a massive effort that could be better used making multiplayer better.
Yeah.
So campaign is a resounding no.
Yeah, exactly.
At this current moment, that is subject to change though, because yeah, just it's never really a resounding no, because there could be possibilities for it in the future. But it's leaning towards a no.
Right.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question. Let me just write it down. There.
Will squad leaders or team commanders be planned?
Oh.
We will have a squad system in game. When it comes down to commanders and stuff, probably not. But yeah, a squad system with a squad leader is gonna be a thing.
Yep. You're gonna be able to join.
And
feud with
the
your
squad
friends and
leaders
all.
will be able to call in like gun runs and stuff.
Yeah. Next question. Will there be artillery in general, like bombers, and mortars and cannons, and etc.
We planning to have a few grenade launchers, but I don't know about usable artillery guns. That's still up in the air. You'd probably be able to call in bombing runs as squad leader.
Yeah, We've discussed it a bit, and I think what we established was we wanted to try and sway away from player used artillery and give that to the squad leader, so they're going to have a wide array of what they can call in. So if you want an artillery bombardment on a position, then go up to your squad leader.
Okay. Next question. Is there a date for the next public test?
No.
No. We
No,
answered
there
this
isn't.
earlier. No. There is no set date.
No.
Next
They happen when
question.
they happen.
Will there be Easter eggs?
Yes.
Maybe. Question. Yeah, maybe.
Will there be though? Will there? I don't know,
The big
man.
question. Next question. Oh. Okay. Is there going to be a more complex melee system, or is it just a melee variety? So we just don't get the trench tool. Please give me the trench mace.
I think we have a trench mace
I
modeled.
have modeled a barbed wire bat
Yeah.
/ trench mace already, but with regards to a melee system, we do just have like your average stab to kill, but we also do have takedowns and stuff. So if you backstab someone, it'll play an animation when you kill them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
But,
Just don't go in expecting Mordhau or something. And getting into like 3-hour knife duels.
Mhm.
it's not like which Battlefield was it that had the really long takedowns?
Okay.
Was it 3 or 4? I
I
can't
know
remember.
4 had counter knifing.
Next question.
Yeah.
Or were you guys done?
No, you all right.
We were
Will
done.
there be a
Okay.
limit to the amount of classes one team could use at a time, such as the whole team cannot be a sniper? This was actually put to a poll a while ago. And the answer is people generally voted to have full freedom, which is something I'm into as well, because so the rationale is at this current moment, what was going to happen is leveling up will be class based instead of overall character based, which means with the class limits, you could just not be able to level up the class you wanted to level up because all of its slots are filled. Now, this is subject to change in realism, most likely, but in normal play, there will be no class limits. That and
Yeah.
sniping's hard as shit anyways. I have no idea why you'd want to try sniping in Hydros too.
Okay. Next
Just
question.
to interrupt the questions, we're going to be closing Q&A pretty soon, just so that we can pull the last remaining questions.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Will there be other language settings and or support for more than just English? And the answer is probably no. But we'll see in the future. We might add like Spanish and things like that if we can.
Maybe translated text, but voices, that's
No, not voices.
unlikely.
But like the menu and text, things like that. Maybe. But not for alpha at least. Next question. Is there going to be a specific role to drive tanks? Oh wait.
No.
Yeah. I wasn't supposed to take that one. We already answered it. Next question. There will be more voice changes in the server to play with people in the game?
What, like
I
different voice channels for like finding a squad? Probably not.
think if you want to play with someone and talk to them, then it's your responsibility to go to another server or make a group DM. But we're not going to make squad voice chats or lobby finding voice chats. That's just something you can do with your friends.
Yeah.
We don't want to clutter the server with it.
However, general still exists. We have general 1 and general 2 if you need want to
We
find
also have
friends there.
Xbox Live, never forget.
Yeah. Okay. Next question. Can you vote for squad leaders? Have it unlocked at a certain rank so people don't know what they're doing and ruin it. We haven't discussed this.
What I would say for squad leaders is it's not like a Rising Storm 2 commander thing. anyone can do it, but it's not just that they can call it in willy-nilly. They can't just call in random, like, close air support or artillery. They would have to be at a certain maybe point level, or have to have a certain level of something within their gameplay to be able to do that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. If we dabbled in like squad score, so if your squad has reached a certain amount of kills, then it would unlock a gun run or something for the squad leader to employ. But that's just for future discussion.
Next question. Will there be platoons be formed with 4 squads? An officer commander of the platoon to lead Lieutenants. Sorry, can't spell.
Lieutenants.
Okay. I don't know. Does anyone else have anything to add to that?
No, we won't
we're not
have a
having
platoon
platoons.
system.
Okay. Next question. Here. Okay. If realism mode is implemented, will team killing be a possible, or is team killing already implemented? Okay, so team killing is not implemented, and
We don't think it will be implemented. The realism mode won't go as far as being able to murder your entire team. Yeah, that's about it, really.
next question. Will you be able to interact with items like throw a can? No, you will
Not
be able to do
particularly.
that.
Would mean having cans on the map, and that would cause unnecessary lag.
Yeah. However,
Pull off the chat likes it when you say next question.
we will actually add doors, functioning doors that you can open and close, kind of like in Modern Warfare. So that's, I guess, something. There's also going to be shootable glass, if that's a cool interaction. But that's about it. Next question. Are there any plans to incentivize teamwork?
Incentivize
teamwork in any way within the game?
Yes. When it comes to like the squad points system and being able to call in fire support, that is a way to incentivize teamwork, because you have to work together to gather as much points for your squad to be able to get that unlocked for it. So I suppose that would probably encourage more teamwork.
Oh, that, and you just get EXP for healing people and giving people
XP,
ammo
counting
and spotting
objectives and stuff
people.
like that, yeah.
Next question. What is something in the game that you guys are excited or proud about for people to see play? So yeah, the whole game, actually.
I'm really excited in seeing how people take to maps.
Yeah, but I think we have worked on this game for like 2 years. Rewriting and remaking it to make it perfect. But yeah, we are really excited to see the public's reaction to it. Yeah, it's really fun. It's gonna be fun. Next question. When is Hedgerows 2 development is done, will the team have any future... Okay, when Hedgerow 2 development is done, will the team have any future after that? Not.
It obviously it just depends on how well Hedgerows 2 goes.
Yeah.
I'm probably planning on quitting once this game's lifetime is over. I don't know about you guys, but
We'll see.
Yeah, you have the RAF to go to. I will probably ride the Enlightened Studios train until its end, because, well, my job is, I can do my job fast enough that most of my focus nowadays is on community work. So
Yeah. But yeah, it's hard to say. We haven't really thought about anything too much. I mean, sometimes Robo Fries or Bacon Fries likes to throw around ideas with Kobe. But you know, that's really far away, so it's hard to say anything. And the last... Oh wait, never mind.
that'll be the last one that I just posted.
Okay, the next question. Are custom servers gonna be a thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
probably.
private servers. We're gonna have private servers because why not?
Admins will have, well, anyone that owns a private server will have plenty of control over how it works.
Yeah, at least
Ideally, I'd
that's the
like to
plan.
do nothing but well-rod games, but
We're hoping to have a nice.
Railroad Wednesdays when?
well-rod Wednesday.
Okay, so that's all the questions we took from the
What-
Q&A channel in our Discord server. We
Oh.
planned to take some questions from the YouTube chat,
I
but
think it's a good idea. So if you guys want to drop questions in the YouTube chat, please do so.
yeah, ask your questions right now, and we will pick some. Go crazy, go ham.
So I just noticed a thing. Someone asked if vote kick is going to be a thing.
I don't know.
Probably. I don't know, actually. Because I've heard very cancerous things about Vokick and Phantom Forces.
I mean, in Phantom Forces, the vote kicking that works pretty well. Not gonna lie. I mean, it is toxic sometimes, but I mean, if a hacker is in the game, they do get kicked pretty fast.
How
So
often? So you have a question. How often do you think we'll update? I guess we've been planning on, instead of doing a lot of tiny updates, we mostly do big updates, like, adding guns, maps, big things that would require a big update.
yeah. Someone else can pick questions now. I'm gonna do a thing real quick.
When it is open, will it still be open while it's being updated? Yes, once it hits alpha, then it's staying open until the very end. We are doing our full release on alpha, and then, continue from there.
Yeah.
Hey, Olaf, you keep getting spammed with requests to let someone translate the game into Finnish.
I no.
Someone asks, when the game opens, will it still be open while it's
I
being
answered
updated?
that.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry.
Fucking K-pop
Canada
profile
won't
picture.
be Canada won't be an actual faction, but you'll be able to represent the nation, I believe, through cosmetics.
Cosmetics or mini fronts, one of the two. On snowy maps, will your feet leave trails? Unlikely. That could get pretty frame intensive, especially with 40, 60 players running around.
Yeah. Question on the snowy maps, your foot will
I
leave,
did. Oh my
leave a
god.
trail like
Olog.
in Battlefield.
Olog.
Yeah.
I just answered that.
Did you?
Yeah.
What? No. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh, that's embarrassing. Oh my god. How did I? Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah. Let's move on.
All right. How is Kobe doing? Kobe's doing okay. I'm pretty sure Kobe's doing okay now.
Yeah,
He still has a surgery ahead.
Yeah, he's a
but
surgery ahead that will make things better for him. He can't really eat anything right now. He's just living on milkshakes because, yeah, he has a thing where he can't eat anything right now, and his surgery might fix that. So his surgery will be good. It's in a few weeks, like 2 weeks, I think.
Let's see. Are
But
you worried
he
about
is
the
all
game
right
not
right
getting
now.
any traction? We've already gotten plenty of traction, so I am confident that we're going to Hedgerows 2 will do decently.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what happens within regards to success or whatever, the people who want the game will get the game. And that's all that really matters to me, at least.
yeah. Question: Country's flag cosmetic. So actually, yeah, we will have cosmetics. You will be able to put on stickers on your guns, and those could be country flags and things like that. You might also be able to do that on your uniform. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be pretty lit.
Let's see. Can players be shot out of vehicles such as open top vehicles, and can certain vehicles be damaged by small arms fire?
Yeah, you will be
Um,
able to get
the
shot out.
way I would describe it is that non-armored vehicles like cars, like the Kugelwagen and the Jeep, you can damage that by shooting at it, and obviously you can shoot people out of it. And that goes for the half track as well. But when it comes to like armored vehicles, which is the half track obviously, and the tanks, small arms fire won't be able to do that much damage to it, so you'll have to switch to your more heavy duty options.
Okay.
Can you drag down players?
It's a possibility. It might be added in the future. It's not currently planned, but I'm certainly open to adding it.
Are some cosmetics paid? Will they be? Yeah, they will be paid. Some will be awarded by doing in-game achievements, but yeah, some will be paid. Okay, so that's everything for today, everyone. I don't think we will have any more any else of these Q&A things in the
Also,
future.
real quick, yeah, we're gonna have a donate button.
Oh yeah. But this is probably the last one in a while. But it's been
Probably
fun.
won't do a Q&A in this format, but we might have smaller like podcasts type things coming out, but
Yeah.
it all depends on how things go.
Okay, cool. Is that it?
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Cool, everyone. Bye. I guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is this
See
how
you
you end the
guys.
stream?
All right, pull it offline.
that was
Okay.
Vietnam Radio.
Yeah, it was. Okay, I'm ending it
Cool.
now.